if it's because I'm a little bit older, or maybe I'm just like a little more removed from the ballet world these days, but I just feel like the ballet students these days are under so much pressure. And if this video gives you anything today, I just want to let you know that everything is okay. And if you don't want to go to a summer intensive this year, you don't have to go to a summer intensive this year. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Goldie and this is the Lazy Ballerina Club. I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you are questioning whether or not going to a summer intensive really makes a difference in your success in your ballet career or not. This year has been like no other. I don't want to dwell on the pandemic and talk about the insane circumstances we have all been in for the past year. It feels like a decade, but I just thought I would touch on it because approaching this question and approaching summer intensive decisions and plans looks a little different these days. Nonetheless, I wanted to sit down and do this video today because I feel like I can share a lot of insight from my own experience as a ballet student, going to summer intensives, staying home during my summer vacation, and I am here to tell you, as a 25-year-old woman and a professional ballet dancer for about 6 years, it honestly does not matter if you go to a summer intensive or not. I really don't feel like it plays a major role in your long-term success as a ballet dancer. Maybe you are watching this video and rolling your eyes because you completely disagree, but that is totally okay. But before I talk about why I feel like it doesn't really matter whether you go away to a summer intensive or not, I want to talk about my experiences going to a summer intensive, the pros that I got from those intensives, and whether or not it played a major role in my ballet career today. I've done a bunch of videos on summer intensives. I've talked about ranking my summer intensive programs. I've talked about what to pack for summer intensives, but let me give you a little Spark Notes version of my summer intensive career and life and journey. I didn't go to my first summer intensive until I was 13 years old, and saying that now out loud still sounds like such a baby. Like 13, you're not even like a person yet. Like I just had my bat mitzvah. I was living my life. My first summer intensive was in Florida. I grew up in LA, so it was completely the other side of the country, and that was like my first professional summer intensive program. And then after that, I went to the next program, which was in Houston and then Seattle. I've learned a couple of things throughout these programs, but I want to talk about the main reason why someone would go to a summer intensive instead of staying home during their summer vacation. Some of the major takeaways from going to a summer intensive program are experiencing different teachers from around the world, meeting friends your age, and kind of getting out of your little bubble of your local studio and being a little fish in a big pond in another summer intensive program. I don't want this video to bash summer intensive programs. I grew up going to them. I'm sure you grew up going to them if you're watching this video today, but I just don't want you to think that it is the end all be all to your ballet career. Some of the cons to going away to a summer intensive program is they're like so expensive, like beyond expensive. Tuition, dorm, point shoes, leotards. I mean, summer intensive programs are no joke. That is like a major con, and you might not be in the situation to afford going to a summer intensive, whether or not you got a scholarship or you didn't get a scholarship. There's a lot of factors that go into play when being able to go away to a summer intensive. Another con that I think I mentioned in my other videos talking about summer intensives is it can be really, really overwhelming, and depending on the type of dancer that you are in the studio, you might not benefit from being in a room of 30 dancers with a prestigious ballet mistress yelling at you to turn out more and point your toes for 6 weeks straight away from home. It might be a little bit of culture shock for you, and that is a real thing that I want you to think about before you decide if you are ready to go to a summer intensive program this summer. The other thing when it comes to summer intensives is you have to think about if you really want to go to that summer program, or you're just going to that summer program because you think it'll be good on your resume when you're like 20 applying to companies. Let me debunk this for you. While a prestigious summer intensive may look good on a resume for a year or 2 years, it really doesn't matter in the long run of your ballet career. Artistic directors don't necessarily look at your summer intensive resume as closely as you might think they do. If you're concerned with your resume or your reputation or what your friends think of your summer intensive programs, or whether you decide not to go to a summer intensive program, then you need to check yourself, because that is not what's important in your ballet journey, okay? I was always the kid or the ballet dancer that took a big chunk of time off from their ballet classes when it came to summer vacation. I wanted to be a normal kid. I wanted to go away to summer camp. I wanted to tie-dye. I wanted to, I don't know, what else do you do in the summer? Like, I wanted to go in the pool and tan and hang out with my friends. The thought of being in a ballet studio from 8 in the morning till 3 every single day during my summer vacation felt like a crime to me, and all I wanted to do was hang out. That is just me. You might be completely opposite to me, and that is okay, but I am living proof that taking time away from your ballet classes during your summer might be exactly what you need to get that inspiration when it's time to get back into classes in the fall semester. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am just thinking about all of the pressure that these ballet students are under these days, and it's completely okay if you do not feel like you want to go to a summer intensive program this year or next year, or maybe summer intensive programs aren't right for you. There's a different type of inspiration that comes into the studio during the summertime that you don't necessarily get in your fall semester. You're not exhausted from school, you have the energy, and there's some excitement that you might feel even when you are still in your local studio. I am a firm believer that the summertime is essential for your ballet career. I'm really talking about the space away from your ballet journey during the summer, and I know that sounds counterintuitive because when you're in it, all you think about is working harder and going to that program and being away for 6 weeks in a point class, variations, ballet class every single day. But sometimes you just need to take a break, and that is perfectly fine. I always took a month away from my ballet classes. I did that when I was younger. I did that in my professional life, and for me personally, that was enough time for me to recharge mentally. I could let my body rest and breathe. I was so excited and so inspired when it was actually time for me to go back to classes or start to get back in shape when it was closer to my season or was closer to my summer rehearsals that I was doing when I was younger. Well, I know all of your friends are going to P&B, Houston, Royal, whatever summer intensive you guys are talking about at your studio, but if you are not ready and if you don't feel like you will benefit from going to a summer intensive, I am giving you permission to not go to a summer intensive. I feel like every single video that I post on my channel kind of like morphs into the same rant and conversation, but the comparison game in ballet will kill you if you are so caught up with Sally going to London at Royal or Francesca going to Houston Ballet. You are letting those people affect how you feel in your ballet journey, or you are letting the pressure of your teacher forcing you to go to an intensive that you might not feel ready for. Taking that moment moment to yourself and sitting down with your parents or your friends and reevaluating where you're at in your ballet journey might save your ballet journey. So no, going to a summer intensive or not going to a summer intensive does not translate into success or failure in your ballet journey. So you can completely wipe that away from your brain. If you thrive at a summer intensive environment and you feel like you are ready to be in a prestigious program for 6 weeks or 5 weeks, go for it. If you don't feel like you're ready, or maybe you are dealing with an injury, or maybe you just need a break because you're feeling a little burnt out this summer, don't go to a summer intensive. If you're in the middle and you want to stay home and work with your teachers, or go to your local studio summer intensive program where it's still pretty intense, but you're not dealing with like those crazy ballet mistresses yelling at you, that's amazing too. There is no right way to go about your ballet journey, and I'll say it a million times because that is why I'm here. And I just remember feeling that pressure so deeply. If you take one thing away from this video today, is that your journey is unlike any other journey. The only person that knows what's right for you in this moment of time in your life is you. So take a second, think about where you're at, think about what's important to you, and don't do anything you're not ready to do. Simple as that. Like always, the sun always loves to disappear right when I am done filming, so I guess I'll wrap it up, but make sure you are subscribed. I hope this helped you, and if you are feeling completely overwhelmed with your summer intensive decisions, I feel you. Follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, and we can talk it out together. I am here for you. I am here to help you through your journey, and anything that you do this summer or next summer, it's all gonna work out. But I guess that is it. I will stop talking because I really have nothing else to say that I haven't said already, but I always love talking to you guys on here, so I will see you later. Bye guys!